Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Rise of Mordor battle for you today, and this is the Siege of Moria. We have here today the Goblins, the new faction for Rise of Mordor, besieging the halls of Moria, the halls of Khazad-dûm, and they are being defended today by obviously the dwarves of Erebor. And we have some dwarven warriors here preparing to defend this gateway, and we have the famous gate that obviously the Fellowship arrives at to obviously take, and you can see here in its all its glory. It's looking amazing, and yeah, we have 4 Goblin armies here taking on 3 Erebor armies. There is a huge advantage to the Goblins right now. 11,000 getting on for 12,000 against 6,000 dwarves. But yeah, this is a massive Goblin army as we go just to the top of the cliffs for some random reason. Great to see that the cameras are just working as always. But yeah, we have Goblin Spear Warriors, Chieftains, Mordor Orcs, and of course we have the Trolls of like the Mountain Trolls as well. So this is going to be really fun to see how these guys do, and whether we can actually get to the center of Moria here. And you can see there's just a tide of Goblins rushing in now, like 2 by 2, which is also kind of hilarious. But here they come, in come the hordes of Goblins, and there will be thousands rushing through this gate here. And as you can see, these Goblins already getting kind of cut down a little bit, but there are over 250 in this Goblin warband. They're a huge unit, but yeah, they are slowly getting cut down. The dwarves dispatching them where they need to. But yeah, in this siege battle, I was joined by Jackie Fish, who, if you don't already know, I mean, surely you guys know the famous Jackie Fish, who is a Total War YouTuber himself, shows off plenty Rise of Mordor and all stuff like that. Thank you very much for him for joining and getting involved in this battle. And I think it actually is it's his Goblin warband that are rushing in here to deal with these dwarves. Hopefully, they are Dwarven warriors, and they are going to be pretty nasty to break through. I don't know if I mean, these are Levy, these Goblin warband. I don't feel like they're going to be breaking through these trained Dwarven warriors. Dwarven warriors aren't as good as their Axe Warrior counterpart, but they are still a nasty customer, that is for sure. But yes, if you're enjoying Rise of Mordor and enjoying seeing all the new updates stuff, do remember to leave a like, subscribe here on here, and a comment to show your support. As always, guys, it's very much appreciated as we work towards 6,000 subscribers. And as you can see here, we have the dwarves rushing in, and look at the hordes of Goblins there are. There's so many. There's going to be thousands in here already. They're already rushing in, trying to deal with these Dwarven warriors. But yeah, this battle comes down to the wire. So I would definitely get your snacks, get your drinks ready, and sit back and relax as we have some Moria action getting underway. But yeah, as you can see already, the Goblin warband are losing decisively. They've already lost 50 men. I imagine these Dwarven warriors are going to rack up a lot of kills here today. I mean, they've got plenty more set up as well. They have plenty back here. I mean, we'll just quickly have a look at the dwarves. They are defended in depth. They have all of these, like these halls defended. We will quickly have a look at the map because Moria is amazing. This is one of the Moria maps, the R4. This is Zarig Zagul or something like that, I think it's called. But yeah, they've got loads and loads of units around here. You go through this like little cavern, coming out into a bit more into the open. They've got more like Dwarven warriors, Tomb Wardens, Warriors of the Red Mountain. We've got Mansion Claimers back here. We've got like this little hill up here where they've got some nice crossbow positions, defended by some halberds. And then over on this left hand side, we've got like more like little like corridors through and stuff like that you can go through. And there's another big open cavern over here, really, where there is also plenty of Erebor Axe Warriors. Mansion Claimers defending this point, ready to go. And they have got some sneaky cav back here. So we'll keep an eye on that for sure. But anyway, we will go back to the front lines and we'll go and see what is going on. And there is some routing. We actually have some warband already routing, but we do have Mordor Orcs on the front line already. Jackie's sending in his Mordor Orcs to try and pierce through this line because we were not getting impatient, but we're just like, well, we don't want to spend our entire time at this gate. I did say to the dwarves they couldn't just defend this gate entirely. They had to defend in depth. In a layered defense, and as you can see here, they are holding with a relatively light defense here. I'd say that there is only 3 dwarven units here. This is not that much. They are bringing some crossbows down, though, and this could be problematic. I don't know if I can really get a good camera shot yet. I have to go through this. This is going to be the problem with Moria. I can already sense it for all those future battles to come. But yeah, the camera is a bit of a pain. But yeah, we can see here, if we look at the Dwarven crossbows, they have just a perfect view onto any of these Goblin Warband and Uruks down here. I think they are focusing the Uruks down, especially on this left-hand side. It seems this is where they're getting focused the most, because they looks like they could break through here first. Dwarven Warriors are actually losing. So that'll be interesting to see where they can break through. And if they break through one of these sides, then, I mean, the centre and right, say if they break through on this left-hand side, the centre and right of this defence will just crumble pretty instantly. Yeah, this is a... Look at that, you can see the line of dwarves. It's pretty thin. I mean, it looks like he's getting reinforced at the moment by this reserve unit. But yeah, I mean, capturing the unit is losing. In the capture. I don't know what that really means, but hey. They're getting into combat now, and they are all in shield walls. So just make it extra hard for the goblins to, break through them. Like I said, these Dwarven Warriors, they're tough. They are... Not an easy target. They are going to be easier than some of the other stuff we've got to take on. We have got some Night Raiders in here, which are like a sneaky little goblin unit with their light infantry goblin unit with their axe and shield. These guys are actually sneaking around the back, as you can see here. A few dwarves being sent back to defend the rear. The dwarves are holding, they're cutting down the goblins by the dozen right now. I mean, if this like hall could, it would be there'd be piles right now of bodies. They would be clambering over bodies to try and get him. You can see Mordor Uruks, they are wavering, but they have found a little gap in the line, and they are sort of surrounding these dwarves. And you can see there is a big rush right now of goblins as they actually retreat to these dwarves, and the goblins sees a chance to try and rush forward. Try and get through this unit. They're all intermixing this unit now. I mean, the formation's broken. It's going to be interesting to see how they do. As you can see, still lots of routing and wavering units. This is all just warband breaking, though. So, I mean, these are the expendable men. The allies have fled, but there is still plenty out here. As you can see, there's still plenty of Goblin Blade Warriors. We've got High Chieftain's Guards, which will be some of the more elite stuff to go in. These guys looking very, very nasty. And what we've got out here, more like Blade Warriors. Yeah, we've got plenty of really nasty stuff. We even have a general who's getting pretty close. I think he's trying to just rally troops at this moment in time. As you can see, the dwarves on this flank, they are certainly getting pushed back now. They're actually, you can see the Night Raiders are almost round the flank, and as are the Uruks as well from Mordor. They are actually wavering. They are getting beaten back right now. These crossbows are just putting bolt after bolt into them. Doing a real good job. Look at this guy. He's just surrounded by goblins. How many guys? Look at him. Oh, rip in peace. Gets cut down. That's why you don't leave your formation, sir. You get cut down. Yes, as you can see, this dwarven line is still holding strong. It still seems like a thick line in my opinion. And 10 minutes have gone. We've lost about 1,000. They've lost about 100. That is the... we cannot have that ratio continue like that. We will have no army very shortly. But in fairness, these are, like I said, these are more of the cheaper units. Bar the Uruks. The Uruks is a bit concerning that these guys are losing. I have heard recently that the goblins do need a bit more balancing, which is good because I don't feel like Mordor or Uruk should be struggling to this. I also feel like these factions are going to be fairly capable of beating each other, like dwarves and goblins, because they're going to face each other a lot in campaigns. And though I'm obviously going to be more of a dwarven fan, I would like to see the goblins actually stand a chance, put up a good fight. But I guess they rely on numbers. Like goblin units in campaign will be obviously, I imagine, significantly cheaper than say like a dwarven unit. So like the dwarven armies will be very super small but super elite. And it could be the opposite really with the goblins. But yeah, these Night Raiders actually are winning decisively here against Dwarven Warriors. That's good to see. You can see that the dwarves are retreating. They've got some, it looks like they're going to send these Dwarven Warriors back in. They did retreat them, and they're going to send them back down. They'd only lost 5 guys. But as you can see, that first hall has nearly been taken. And the goblins are just throwing in more. I think this is me now throwing in some troops. I was like, right, time for me to get involved, and I'm sending in some of my troops. And these are actually the most elite swords that we sent in yet. Goblin Blade Warriors. These are like the second best you can bring as the goblins. These guys are pretty nasty, and I'm going to send them straight in to these oncoming Dwarven Warriors. I may have pulled through a little bit there. There was a couple of dwarves still holding the line, but hardly enough to stop this big 190-man unit, or 90 Goblin Man unit, whatever you want to call them. Goblin Man, that's not a term. But hey, you know what I mean. They're battling down there. It's a shame that the goblins can't climb on the walls, because that would be very handy, because that would be a perfect way for these guys just to get around choke points. And also this doorway is such an annoying place for the camera. Why did we decide to fight here? I don't know, but this is a very annoying spot for my camera. As you can see, we are taking it. The left has, the right hand side has fallen for the dwarves. It's just now the left, which is also now starting to go. So I mean, we've killed what, about 200, and they've killed about 1,000 of us. That's a real concern. In fairness, most of the 1,000 that were sent in were Goblin Warbands, so that is kind of okay. You can accept that. We are now surrounding them with Goblin Blade Warriors, and these guys are just going to get wrecked. More Uruks coming in as well, making sure to break this unit. We are capturing this point. This will give us a little bit of a morale boost as well, I imagine. Take away from them. But yeah, as I said, the dwarves are prepared. They have readied their defenses. They've got Dwarven Warriors in the next couple of lines as well. It seems like this is their main thing that they brought. Dwarven Warriors. Got silver chevron ones here. These boys are going to be tough to break through. But yeah, they do look awesome, to be fair, the Dwarven Warriors. Don't know if they've been redone or something, but they do look really, really nice. But yeah, and then there's just more crossbows. So many crossbows. I think they brought plenty of crossbows just because they were worried about the trolls. Really, so that's the main concern. But yes, if you want to get involved in any Rise of Mordor scenarios like this one today, then feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. As always, in every video it is there. And if you want to get involved in some Rise of Mordor battles or scenarios that then feature on the channel, or to send in your own Rise of Mordor like replays, then feel free to join. It's always great to have you there. And if you just want to get involved, see what else is going on the channel, on the Discord, then feel free to join as well. Even if you're not wanting to play any Total War games, you are more than welcome to join. Look at this little isolated pocket here, dwarves. This is kind of cool. Fighting back to back, side by side, cutting down any goblins that get too close. This is really cool though. But look at the goblins as they're just like dying up the steps. Not even a single dwarf dead in that picture there. That's a poor goblin crawling along there. He's like, no, no. Oh, finally a dwarf that's going to die. Finally. That was a cool animation there. Yeah, this little pocket of dwarves down here is getting slightly smaller. There are a lot of goblins down. We're actually technically into this next area. And again, we're kind of surrounding this poor Dwarven Warrior unit here. But the thing is, we do have our secret weapons. If we find that we're getting kind of slowed down too much in a choke point, we can always bring in the trolls. And the trolls, where are they? They're out here. They do cost a fair amount. They cost about 2,000 to bring each. But these guys, they are pretty damn good. And also, they make elephant noises. And who doesn't want elephant noising sounding trolls? I don't know why these ones are already bloodied up. I don't know if that's just... I don't know why you're bloodied up so much. That's a little bit concerning that you're already taking damage. But anyway, we will go back inside the mountain. And we will go and just watch the downfall of this tiny little dwarven unit here. Oh my gosh, it's going to be here. This is where we're going to have to fight it out. Watch them die. Yeah, the dwarves, are they breaking? I think they are. No, they're not. It's the Mordor Orcs breaking. I don't know what the dwarves are doing, actually. Kind of just moving that back down the slope. down the steps. Defending their halls, they've fought so hard to already take them themselves, and now they're going to have to fight to defend them. It seems as though the goblins will eventually take these guys out, but already like 20 minutes has gone by, and the goblins have not got into the next area yet. Those dwarven warriors have done a very good job. That's why we didn't really want. I did say to the dwarven players they couldn't just defend this one point, because that would be yeah, it would be tough to get through. One choke point, yeah, it's a bit nasty. This next point there is 3 ways through, so hopefully this will be more of an effective attack, because we'll be able to attack them on multiple fronts, be able to use a bit more of our numbers, because in that first choke point numbers don't really matter, it's just quality of troops. But there is, and as you get on, there are more and more choke points. The doors will be stretched with their smaller numbers. They have closed the gap. It's about 3,000 now in difference, and maybe 4,000 in difference still. So closed the gap, but I don't know. It's a little bit concerning. We could do with killing a few more of these guys. The dwarves are still fighting on here. This is a real concern. The lighting is not the greatest here, I will admit, but it's okay. Oh, those dwarves finally wavering. They are. Oh my god, they're wavering at 40 men. They're tough to kill. Insanely tough. Kind of wish that they weren't so hard, because it's not looking good then. Like, they're the weakest swords that we are facing. We've got things to face like Erebor Axe Warriors over here, and these guys are nasty. These guys fight to like almost the death themselves, I feel sometimes, especially when they're surrounded. And they look so heavily armed. They look amazing. They are probably one of my favorite looking dwarven units. I do like some of the more elite looking ones, but I feel like there's just something good about Erebor's like just all like steel look. It looks really, really nice. Shame that we've got no spear guards here, but anyway, yeah, the horde of goblins now moves on. And we move on to the next choke point. Look at them all come in. Look at them. It's a shame that they're making like human noises and not like cackling, like they sort of do in the movies. But there they are. They're coming through now. And it's a shame we're not going to see any Balrogs or anything like that go on. Like appear in this siege. That would spice it up. Like player 3 has joined the battle and it's just a Balrog killing both sides, because I feel like he's got no allegiances. I guess he's sort of allied to Morgoth, but Morgoth's no longer here. We have Sauron. He has no allegiance to Sauron. He's about as powerful as him. Anyway, goblins, they're just going to go rushing on in a moment. In they go. No slowing down. Straight into a fresh unit of dwarven warriors. Will they break through? I don't know. Goblin Blade Warriors getting in there. I mean, 2 Goblin Blade Warriors I think could probably take on a Dwarven Warrior. I'm not sure. I don't know if they are one-on-one they'd be okay. I'm not entirely sure. They're battling away now. Try and do their bit. Yeah, you can see already losing over there. I don't know how many of these guys were. They weren't a healthy unit, but they are getting cut down currently by the dwarves. They need more. I mean, they're also getting shot in the back, I think, by these crossbows here. Yeah, these Erebor crossbows. They've got an okay angle, but they can shoot right into the back of that oncoming combat that's going on right now. They are already wavering, and I think that's because of the crossbows more than anything. The axes are moving up as well. They're coming up there. I think they're a little bit worried about the dwarven warriors. It's a thin line that they're trying to hold here. They have wavered and broken. Got things like Mordor Uruks coming in. My archers are now setting up. I need to loose some volleys into these guys. So I think they are currently getting gunned down by crossbows. I also have another archer unit over here. I need to get that to start firing on these halberdiers. These halberdiers are already set up ready to go. They could do with being dealt with. Again on this side, it's just the same old matchup at the moment. Goblin Blade Warriors against some like just Erebor warriors, or Dwarven warriors, sorry, I should say. not arable warriors. They're Silver Chevron. I don't think we'll be breaking them anytime soon. They are losing here. Look at this. Dwarven Warriors are losing. And we're also forcing back these arable crossbows. Killed a couple, but not too many. Force them back. Yeah, these Dwarven Warriors here are losing. It's a good sign. I mean, they've got... Once the goblins get through, they're only rewarded by attacking more elite troops. It's not much of a reward. But yeah, they are breaking through there. Over on this side, a fresh unit had to go in. So still really struggling to get through. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on over here. These halberdiers still just sitting there. Don't know why I'm not focusing them down. That's just a prime target to hit. We're still battling in this choke point here. There we go, Goblin Archers start to loose some volleys. I think we're able to hit these halberdiers down here. And these guys, they are very, very vulnerable to archers. If you don't already know that, Total War, halberdiers, very vulnerable to archers. And especially when they're running away like this is much easier to kill them. So I've got my Goblin Archers just putting volley after volley into these guys, and they're starting to die. Kill these guys off quick. I mean, down to 124, that's really good. We need to just keep weakening these guys. I mean, they've got plenty of halberdiers. 117. Another volley would be really nice right now, chaps. More. We need more kills. Get them below 100 and that'll be good. No. But it's a start. It's a good start. And there we go. We forced them back. And over on this side, like I said, Goblin Blade Warriors actually, they kind of almost encircled this unit. You can sort of see on the flanks over here. They're in behind. They've almost the dwarves here need to push forward really and support their unit perhaps, or maybe they're just going to just hold the choke point. And they're like, this unit's dead, we know it. Just send them in to die. Let them die. But over on this side now, we're seeing some sneaky moves being done here. Goblin Blade Warriors are sneaking around on both sides here. They're sneaking around and actually surrounding these Dwarven Warriors and causing them to lose. I've also sent them some of my Mordor Uruks here, and I'm hoping to just beat these Dwarven Warriors. We've now got some Goblin Blade Warriors. They're going to try and rush these crossbows, which at the moment are just slowly firing. You need to put a good volley into these goblins if they want to stop them, but they are running. They're running for their lives. Now the goblins... I think they're going to turn around. There's no point chasing them. Don't want to overextend. Those crossbows are going to hide behind the safety of their Dwarven Warriors here. But yeah, if they can just go back, they can surround this unit here and they can rout it pretty quickly. Again, the crossbows coming up. I mean, they're actually in focus down. They're down to 84 men now. They're getting ripped to shreds. I certainly think Goblin Archers would be pretty good. I feel like Goblin Archers certainly in like, I felt like in lore and also just like in like the movies are pretty good. Like they seem to be like the main reason that like the dwarves were dying. Like you saw like lots of arrows in the corpses of the dwarves in Moria in the Fellowship. So I feel like that's like they should really make the archers really good, and I feel like that'd be good. I feel like that would be quite a good unit to beef up for the dwarves, not for the dwarves, for the goblins. Because then Evil sort of has its own counter to like the elves. You could say the elves have got really good archers. I feel like Evil's got some good archer factions, but like the goblins could be the go-to faction to counter elves with bows if you wanted to, and that would then see an increase in goblins. Because honestly, if goblins are left like this, I feel like goblins are going to not get played too much. I feel like they're fun. They're fun to play with, and obviously they're the new faction. Everyone wants to play them. But I certainly feel like they're not going to be like in the long run of the game, like of the mod. You won't see them play as much. But anyway, as Boromir would famously say, they have a cave troll, and here they come. The trolls have arrived. I mean, one has. The rest are still stood all the way back there, but they have arrived, sort of. And you can see also we've got Goblin Blade Warriors surrounding now this Erebor Axe Warrior unit. We were like, right, we can't have these Erebor Axe Warriors slow us down any longer. We need to break through somewhere. And in they go, boys. Cut these guys down, and the trolls arrive. I feel like one thing that they need to do for trolls is they need to give trolls a charge bonus. They seem to, I don't know if it's just because it's dwarves, but when the trolls seem to hit like a dwarven line, like when they charge, they kind of like charge, and then they just they just hit it and then don't like carry on. Like I want them to be like a cavalry unit. Like they go in, they knock units down, they knock a unit down, and then it can continue in combat. Like trolls should be able to do that. They are a massive unit. They should just run into a unit, knock it down, and then they like just batter them as they come back up. That's what it should be doing. Like it's an insanely costly unit. It should be really, really good, but it doesn't really get a good charge bonus. I know it's like charging into the back of its own troops there in this fight. Well, actually, most of their own troops, most of the goblins are gone. It's just dwarves here. So, yeah, they are knocking over like multiple dwarves in fairness, but still, they should be. Later on, you see that they don't charge in, like they charge into units first, and they don't knock over the unit. They just kind of like hit it, and that's it. They are getting hit hard right now by crossbows. No, by javies. Oh, jeez. It's friendly javies, and they definitely hit those trolls a little bit. Look at this guy. He's just chilling. Let's have a big swipe of your club, sir. Whoop. Bang! Knocks over a few dwarves, pushes them back. I mean, it's a really good unit for just breaking formations. I mean, these Erebor Axe Warriors are still winning slightly against goblins, even though they are being hit in the back by trolls. There you go. Finally, they're losing. But still, it's ridiculous. But the numbers at the moment are not looking that great. It's now 8,800 against 4,900. Goblins are kind of struggling a little bit. I do love the sword that the goblins have. It looks really cool. There you go. These goblins have look like they're breaking. Yeah, goblins breaking. The dwarves hold on here. The 84 men. And now it's time for the Mordor Uruks to go in. And these guys should rip their way through. These are shock infantry after all. Shock infantry usually beats everything if it's good shock infantry. I wouldn't say this is exceptional shock infantry here from the goblins. These Mordor Uruks are so-so. But we were saying after this battle, we were saying if you played with other factions in this mod, like on this map, how amazing it would be. Like Isengard has like grenadiers, like Nafatoons now. So the Nafatoons and the bombers you could have on this, they could just unlock so many choke points. And there's also like cav heavy factions as well. Once you get in, you can actually get cav in here. You could do some really good charges. Like so, you can see like Gondor do really well in this one. You can see like the Eastlings as well do really well. They're really cool, and also the Eastlings now have like their lower tier stuff, so they don't have to just bring all elites. So they can actually bring a pretty thick army now. So we've got Mordor Uruks here. They're losing slightly to these Dwarven Warriors. I'm not quite sure why. I think it's because, though I don't think they. No, I don't know. I think it's just because they're just not that great. They just can't beat these dwarves. These Archers of the Red Mountains, I don't know if I'll mention it later, so I'll mention it now. They can fire over this hill, which I guess should really be the ceiling, but they can fire over it, and they can hit these Mordor Uruks down here, which is so frustrating, because really they shouldn't be able to, but because obviously there's actually no real ceiling in Moria, they can. Like really they'd be hitting the ceiling. Like this is supposed to be a safe spot from archers, but it's not really. But yeah, we are making headway. We are making headway. And my trolls are already on the move. We have lots of Goblin Blade Warriors rushing in here. And they've got to fight some pretty nasty Arable Axe Warriors. And they're in a choke point as well. Such a rough spot to try and take on. And there's so many more of these Axe Warriors as well, just waiting. Just waiting to be sent in. But I mean, we have got... yeah, we've got a few problems on our hand. We've got Javies coming up now. We've got Snaga Javies coming up. These guys are just jabbing away at the Erebor Axe Warriors, just doing as much damage as possible. It's just really good use of the Javies here. I think this is Jackie's Javies here. He's just brought them up. He's just jabbing away, taking his time. And it's a smart thing to do. I mean, we don't really have the time, but at the same time, it makes it much easier just to try and break through. See over here as well, Trolls and Uruks together, helping to break these dwarves here, so that this now choke point is now opened up, and we can now go down this passageway here, where I was focusing those halberds, and round the corner, we've got some more dwarven warriors. I think the camera again a bit of a problem when you come here. It just seems like you can't zoom down so much. Yeah, you can't. I have to zoom down with the keybinds, so that's a shame. But yeah, there's plenty coming up over here. We've got Erebor halberdiers here. We've got so many units. There you go. And all of a sudden, I can just go down into the little mines, into the weavy avenues here. But yeah, we've got lots of dwarves set up, ready to come in. And Erebor Axe Warriors. But yeah, most of the actions now at the moment going on over here. Erebor is holding the line nicely.
The men have given up and are running for their lives.
My Uruks did break, but I'm sending forward some Goblin Spear Warriors now. I'm sending in some of my halberds. Whether this is a smart idea, I don't know. We now have these archers of the Red Mountain which can just fire over the wall, which is so frustrating. I was like, oh, these guys will be safe. They can't hit over this massive cliff. Oh yes, they can. They can hit this massive cliff quite happily, and they're already hitting and killing my Goblin Spear Warriors. It's frustrating. These guys are also very tired. I'm not sure how. I think maybe because they're in their phalanx formation. I don't know why I sent them even forward, because Goblin Blade Warriors are beating the dwarves here. In go the halberds, and the Uruks are going back in. It is a fair amount of blobbing here, and I always do say no to blobbing, but this unit should break pretty soon, and these halberds are needed to support this fight, and they are really helping. They are helping a bit anyway. Maybe should have held them back, I don't know, but heck, they're going in. We're breaking these dwarves. I mean, after that, there is nothing really here. There is some halberds coming up by the looks of it. But that is it. We've got more dwarves over here battling away. These are the ones that have been jabbed to pieces by Snagas. Again over here, you can see Goblin Blade Warriors. I mean, they're well, not that. They're about half strength each. I mean, this one's lower than half strength. They're not going to break through Dwarven Warriors. You got General up here. I think he's just boosting morale. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty brutal at the moment. You can see these Goblin Spear Warriors already down to like 40 men, getting focused down. I mean, the pike pushing constantly, trying to break through. Rip in peace this dwarf here, just been speared by halberd. There's a tiny little dwarven unit now that's holding them back. And here we go, we got trolls coming forward again. I've brought my trolls forward, and we made a push really deep in now. We're actually not far from one of the cap points. But it is defended by a lot of Erebor Axe Warriors right now. These guys are tough. And it's going to take multiple Goblin Warriors to break through. I'm also sending my Trolls, but I mean, I don't know how... I probably shouldn't have sent them into this choke point. I probably shouldn't have sent them into this one over here. But yeah, the Trolls are going in. In they go with their funny run. Go in. Kill them all. They get to the front lines. They can start to whack at some of these dwarves. Whack them. Whack them all. Whack a troll. Whack a dwarf, it should be. Not whack them all. In they go. They're going to do as much. I mean, they're not, most of them aren't even in the front line, which is the problem. It's a shame that they don't just push their way through to the front. They are a troll after all. Got some Night Raiders here. These guys coming forward. Got archers over here as well. I'm trying to set up. I think I'm just going to try and focus down these archers. They've got so many crossbows up here. It's an absolute nightmare. And my polearms have been focused to death at this point. It's a real shame. But we are nearly through here. We are nearly through. Not so much on this side. Both Goblin Blade Warriors losing in this fight as we have Warriors of the Red Mountain coming forward. They are holding the line. We've got Halberds as well coming forward on this side. We've got Underground Wardens, which is a bit of a lower tier pole army, but they're still pretty handy. They're being sent forward now to try and unlock this defense. So yeah, I think the crossbows here, sorry, are trying to focus on these pole arms. They haven't got the greatest of angles. They are obstructed, I think, because they can't really see over their own troops, so they can't really hit them. So that is a problem with crossbows. You have to get them in like a high elevated spot, like on that hill over there. But yeah, it seems like the shock infantry is losing slightly, which is good to see. We've got a snark of javelins coming up. I think they're going to try and maybe javvy into the crossbows. Killing crossbows is very key right now. Yeah, the crossbows are actually now firing to the backs of this combat here. This is a much better target. We've got snark of javies here. I think they're obstructed as well. Yeah, Goblins just fighting in every choke point right now. Every choke point is a Goblin fight going on. Over here, we also have another fight going on right in the corner. We did have some Trolls in here as well, but I think they're holding back. Got some Mordor Uruks. I've been trying to flank them round these Halberds. I saw this gap here in the line. They just went into combat instead, so yeah, they're in there. And now in come the Trolls. And Trolls should, I think, be able to break through Halberds. It's just going to be quite costly. We have got some of our own Halberds here. We've got Goblin Spear Warriors here. They seem to be having a rough time against the Halberds of the Dwarves. Here come the Trolls. Getting their way to the front lines. Whether they can break through, I don't know. The problem is that even if they can break through, there are crossbows just waiting here. Unfortunately, I can't get zoomed out, but yeah, the crossbows here just going to gun down those Trolls while they're being held in place by Halberds. So that's a real problem. The axe warriors here have broken, which is great, and now we have the Red Mountains just to break. And once we've done that, again, it doesn't seem like they have many forces in the center here, do the Dwarves. Which is a real problem. But here, the Trolls have to be retreated because all of a sudden you can see Erebor push down here and is threatening to surround our few forces that are in here, including a Troll unit. This is a real problem now for my Trolls. I don't really want to see them die getting surrounded by Dwarves, so we're going to try and smack our way through. Smack our way through to victory. Gosh, I wish these were Olokai instead of Mountain Trolls, but we can't have Olokai, sadly. Knock them down, boys. Knock them down. You can see here they're just focusing as well, focusing down my Goblin Spear Warriors as I try and use them to batter a way through, poke my way to victory with the Goblin Spear Warriors. It's not really working. We've got some really elite stuff in here now. We've got High Chieftain's Guards in here. You can see also that Erebor's made a strike for my archers. It was really well done here. They did win in this choke point here. And they then just rush down, and we're now to send more troops back. High Chieftain guards. I'm going to go. My Goblin Heavy Archers are having to stay in combat. They should do okay for a little while. My High Chieftain's guards are arriving as well. We're going to need more trolls over here. Going to need all sorts, because Erebor all of a sudden is making big moves here. And what are the numbers now? It's 6,000 versus 4,000. A little bit too close for my comfort. As you can see, the High Chieftains are in there. I think as well, the High Chieftains, which are our best infantry unit, by the way, are slightly bested by these Erebor Axe Warriors, which is a little bit concerning. It's why I think the High Chieftains need a little bit of a, not just the High Chieftains, I think Goblins as a whole need a bit of a buff. I was suggesting earlier that they all could do like scare abilities. Like if they had scare abilities, or certainly some of the units, that would certainly like make you maybe as Goblins bring like lower tier units, because you want those scare abilities to scare units off. Like just damage a lot of morale, because like you're not going to kill all the dwarves, you might as well try and scare them out. Like as soon as they start to waver, just pop a load of morale debuffs. You may be in business. That might be the way you break through. As you can see, this unit here is surrounded. It's losing decisively. It's always a good sign. More and more Erebor troops just rushing down here. But these are crossbows. They don't want to be in combat. Got trolls as well coming in. Doing their whack-a-dwarf game. They're all getting stuck on the corner there. That's a real problem. Got trolls as well in here. More Dwarven warriors been sent up to hold this choke point. Again, it's the combo of shock and trolls that are going to try and break through these dwarves here. The crossbows are they're focusing down what they can. Right now, again, it's looks like they're just trying to focus on those trolls, which is the best way to counter these things, I think, at the moment. It seems generally like if you're going to play against them in a custom game, if you're not in the scenario, you're going to have to bring dwarves to try and stop them, because they are tough to kill. And we've got Snaga Javelins coming forward here, and some underground wardens. And these guys, I mean, I imagine the Javi's going to try and take out these pole arms. They're actually running back the shock. The shock kind of had to protect those Snaga Javis, I felt, but apparently not. You can see over here as well, we're in this choke point here. There's so many dwarves holding this choke point back. The trolls relentlessly trying to punch their way through. But can they do it? Do you think the goblins have got enough to break through? Let me know in the comments. I feel like we might be okay. We might be okay. I mean, balance of power is looking really good still. 5,000 versus 3,000. The trolls, most of them are still really healthy. We haven't really lost any yet. This is the first one we're about to lose over here. It's down to 2. It's also wavering. I sent them into the back of the dwarves over here, and that's causing all sorts of problems. There are a lot of Erebor Axe Warriors now here in this choke point, and there's still plenty more trolls being sent in. It's a shame that, like, the trolls, when they're retreating, don't do any damage, because, like, they are still a troll rolling through, like, your troops. Like, they're should really still be doing damage, I feel. But maybe not. Who knows? Archers, the Red Mountain is all being thrown in. Yeah, the dwarves, they're starting to lose in a few areas. The crossbows over here still gunning down my trolls at point blank range. Really sad to see. And these guys are in combat. These basically... They literally are just gunning down one troll at a time.
Our forces have found their courage. Back to the fight.
But yeah, most of our reserves are now being committed. We're seeing a big push down here, though. Big push of shock and trolls coming down this center point here. We've even got like lots of like more Snaga Javis coming in as well. These guys are actually very, very annoying. The dwarves, we found out. And you can see here, look at this. We're into the back lines. We're already like pushing on and trying to surround these warriors that are mountain. Really, they need to push on and try and surround all of these troops over here. If they can do that, then we can then push onto this choke point and get to this last choke point here. That'll be huge. But yeah, here we go, trolls coming in. And they come, and you see here that when they charge, I feel like they should just be splatting through this unit. Do they? No, they kind of just stop on the unit. They kind of knock it back a bit there, I guess. I feel like they should be knocking back this entire, like the entire unit, really. Like it's kind of a bit anticlimactic what they did there. Like really, you'd just be spraying them all, like troops all over the place running in. I remember in like Third Age when like a troll unit runs into an infantry unit, it just knocks the entire thing over. I mean, these are trolls that are like now fighting an unsupported shock infantry unit. They're having a lot of joy, put it like that. The warriors around Mountain are not having a good time. So I mean, I guess this is what they can do, trolls, if they're left to left their own devices, not fighting any archers helping the enemy. They'll do fine. They'll kill lots of units like this, and you can see they're just knocking these shock infantry over easily. I still think they should get a really good charge off when they hit in. And I feel like they just don't get that really. The goblins as well fighting down here. The shock infantry easily able to deal with them. They just don't like to fight the cave trolls. They have a cave troll. A famous line from the Fellowship. You can see over here they've broken through. They can. The center is looking really good for the goblins right now. Looking really, really good. Right, not so much. We've actually been pushed back fully over here on this side. And we're having to send a general, a Goblin King. He's going to have to form like shield wall and just kind of like defend this point. We decided it wasn't worth sending any more down there.
Our men run from the enemy.
And this is turning into a full-on slog here. This is just a battle of who is like a battle of grit, really. All the trolls died here as well. This is sad. So it's just down to goblins. That punching power that we had, gone. It's now just little taps from the goblins. It's like, see, if we could climb walls, it'd be so cool. You could just climb up this wall, go down, and get around. It'd be perfect. More of a Warhammer asset, I feel, probably, but even still, it'd be great. There's a lot of trolls still here in this blob of goblins. And they're pushing on. We've got halberds coming down here. They, like I said, we're pushing on for both points right now. But there's more elite stuff to come. There's still Warriors of the Red Mountain, still Axe Warriors. We've got Mansion Reclaimers here looking very bright and shiny right now. Looking glorious. Do love the look of the Mansion Reclaimers. They are one of my favourite looking units as well, I've got to say. A golden beard. Oh, it's very good. Very good. You can see over here there's Cav. And at this point, Jackie was just like, oh, they have Cav. And I was like, what? They have. This is going to make it a whole lot more complicated. But yeah, they have brought up some escort mercenaries back here. We're now going to have to try and do some damage to them. You can see Snaga, Javi's trying to do their bit, trying to get a volley off on these cavalrymen. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The Snagas are fighting Dwarven warriors over here, and they're just having a real fun time. They're going into combat. They are jabbing this Dwarven warrior down as much as possible as well. Look at the sheer amount of Javies coming in. Oh my gosh. Killing as many of these dwarves as possible. Cutting them down. That's actually really, really nice. Causing this unit to lose. Oh my gosh, it's brutal. Just used every Javi they have. They've done as much. They did a lot of damage there. Setting in some Goblin Blade Warriors as well. We have pole arms and swords sneaking around as well. They've come down this choke point here. We're going to be able to surround this Dwarven unit here. It's got itself isolated. Oh, camera. What are you doing? What are you doing, you madman? Yeah, they're battling on there. And we are now also pushing on to the final point. I kind of sent my archers a little bit early, probably. But just to make sure, I guess, that the crossbows can come out in front and try and get some easy shots. And they wouldn't want to shoot these heavy goblin archers anyway. They are out of ammo. They've got no use, no purpose. We have plenty of trolls here trying to cut down these Mordor archers. Mordor archers, those Dwarven archers. Not Mordor. Mordor is helping us in any way possible. My general as well is actually getting cut down, I think, right now. I know my general's okay. It's the other unit. My general's very healthy, thank God. I imagine when goblins use the general, they're just chain routing. I doubt they have any great morale. My Goblin King, I should say. So I think he's slightly better than the Goblin High Chieftains, but I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure, but they are dealing with one crossbow unit at least. This one has a relatively decent amount of ammo. And if we can kill these guys, then we can flank into the side of this big blob down here. And they have changed their targets, have the crossbows. They're firing in their final few rounds into this big blob of goblins here. We are sort of flanking them now. We are forcing the flank back. But they are about to be rear charged in the moment by trolls. 5 trolls. I don't know where the other ones have got to, but they got delayed, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we've got more trolls now coming in over here. They're trying to rush those archers, which were caught in combat. These crossbows, sorry, they were caught in combat. But here they come. And see, again, they kind of just, like, run into the arable axe unit and just kind of go, oh. That was kind of... That's kind of annoying that they're there. This is like they just run in and just go, and just get stopped instantly, like they've been hit by a truck or something. But they are the truck, and they are losing instantly. They're getting gunned down, I think, by archers. This is a real shame. But we just have to try and throw them in. We've got more trolls over here. I was telling my ally he needs to run them around, try and surround these dwarves as much as possible. We've got to try and hit the point from as many directions as possible. Got a big blob of dwarves, goblins here as well, and trolls, and they are heading towards this point over here, which is relatively well defended still, and we still got this point as well to deal. Like, well, not a point, but it's like a little defense here they're still dealing with. Halberds versus halberds, and more trolls have died here. We had so many trolls, and it just seemed like it still wasn't even enough. It wasn't enough to break through. Pushing this corpse, this troll corpse up as well, up the hill with our men. And they're retreating back down the hill right now. But yeah, I mean, it seems like all the Javies are out of ammo, which is a real shame. It seems as though these goblins are out of tricks. They've only their lives left to give for their king. Oh, god damn it! This. There you go. I mean, Snark Javies here. They can just chill here and just do whatever. Over on this side as well, we're seeing more and more push in now. The trolls still losing. There's still 5 of them. And also now, this rear flank is very much open. You see the trolls are rushing round now. I was like, to my ally, I was just telling him to rush them in. I was like, we can get these trolls in behind. That could be huge. Maybe take this point. And we can see some Mordor Uruks here as well. Relatively healthy. They can go in column, they can get down this side here, maybe try and take out some of these crossbows. More Mordor Uruks going in. And you can see these crossbows now in combat. I mean, these trolls here may need to worry about this one. This is a full ammo crossbow unit. May need to chase this one down. Make sure they can't get any kills. But the numbers right now, 3,000 versus 2,000, is relatively close. Oh my gosh, these trolls need to get in there. Quickly, boys, get in. Oh, knocking these guys down. That's a little bit better. They didn't actually kind of knock these guys down, these archers. And just now start whacking them, boys. Start whacking them. But yeah, doing their bit over there. Over on this side, it seems as though just a bit of standoff right now as we're waiting for the mountain trolls to get ready. I think they are a little bit worried about these arable halberdiers are looking pretty thin, and we've got 2 Mordens here. A fresh 2 Morden unit. Look at these boys. They're ready to go. Looking glorious as well. And in go the trolls. They're just going to run into the halberds, who are wavering. So that's always a good sign. The general is here as well. They've routed the halberdiers now into the Manchu claimers, trying to just smash through them. We've got Dwarven Barrack Guard here. They're getting rushed in. This is 2 general units here battling away. I mean, they could maybe if they can get a general kill here, that might help with morale. try and killing them off. I mean, you can see over here, we are nearly surrounding them as well. We've got these mountain trolls here. They are going to kill this unit off eventually. We then have the crossbows here. They are losing and wavering. And once they've done that, those Uruks can get in behind and start a rear charge. That would be very nice. And we've got Day 9 for... I don't know why he's here. Dane. Why are you here, Dane? Dane should not be here. It should be Balin. Balin's defending Moria. Not you, Dane. You should be in the Iron Hills. Oh, God. Yeah, it does not like... The camera does not like that bridge. We have escort mercenaries over here now making moves. And you can see I've got my Goblin Heavy Archers setting up. I think that's what they're coming for, the Horsemen. They're coming for these Goblin Heavy Archers, which is fine. I'd rather they came for them than for, say, this massive blob of goblins and orcs. I'm focusing down these mansion claimers in the flank, trying to hit them as hard as possible. But the cavalry is on its way. Quite literally, the cavalry is on its way. These trolls here should really get out of combat while they can. Go and take someone else out. These my goblins can probably deal with these crossbows now. We have the remains of my my army that's beaten back those crossbows over there. They have arrived. So also try and help surround these units here. But yeah, here we go. Cav's going to come rushing in, deal with these goblins. Hit them hard. Hit them hard, boys. And in they go. How is the other flank doing? Still holding. The trolls here losing. Seems as though seems as though the goblins are winning in a fair few areas here. Goblin King being over by Axe Warriors. They need to kind of silence these crossbows. We're currently just gunning down this Goblin King here right now. It's not looking so great. But another Goblin King over here. He's battling away with the shock infantry. He's got some shock in there. We've got some halberds here that need to get moving. These guys need to get going. And a random few assorted other units they could do with getting them all in. They need to do just that. Both Goblin armies are very close to the point, and this one's actually now on the point. It's going to be able to start to capture the point for the Goblins, so there could be a very, very sneaky victory going on here for the Goblins. We'll come back to that in a moment. And it seems as though, as you can see on this side as well, the Dwarves are getting surrounded and pushed out of the point. I got my general now flanking around. Goblin King, a relatively healthy unit as well, flanking around. They can go in. I've also got scare ability, so I can start to scare units, try and scare them and break them, which is the whole objective I'm trying to go for, just trying to break the Dwarves. They do just stand forever. You can see all these units kind of losing decisively. The trolls are also, well, actually they're in combat even. They were losing temporarily, but that has since changed. It seems as though the goblins that were over here that were capping the point are now being attacked by escort mercenaries, are now being broken. This is a real shame. And an allied general has died. That must be the one that's getting focused yet by crossbows. He has now died. This one's also wavering. So it's not looking too great here. But we still have a good chance to take the point on the other side. Seems as though they are being pushed back here. But on this side, we have still got a real good hope. We're surrounding these Erebor Axe Warriors. But I mean, I was starting to have my troops wave with the cavalry here. Also routing my Goblin Heavy Archers, which still had ammo, which is a real shame. And now cavalry comes into the back lines against the Uruks. And there you go, they're going to rout. And everything here just routs instantly like that, bar this troll unit. Everything routs. And even though we're on the point, it was so frustrating. I was like, God damn it. We were so close, but so far. And Moria is going to be held by the Dwarves just about. They are going to hold on. They have like, what, 900 against 400. They did a really good job. Both sides did really, really well. And yet it's come down to literally like the last few hundred men. And it's just a Goblin Spear unit there being broken. And then what's left here? High Chieftains got, there's 149 men. Jeez, they probably should have gone in. But yeah, valiant defeat there for the Goblins. So we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. Yeah, like I said, I was playing as one of the Goblin players in this one, along with Jackie. Like all the Goblin armies are so big. Jackie's exceptionally big, nearly 4k men. But yeah, my Goblin King getting 145 kills. My High Chieftain's getting 105. My like Goblin Blades getting 93. 87 for my Shark. I mean, you gotta remember they're killing dwarves as well, so their units are smaller, and also they're just tough to kill. 81 kills with the Goblin Heavy Archers. Trolls getting 167. I'm interested to see who's got the best troll kills. Jackie Fish playing as another Goblin army, obviously. 83 kills with his High Chieftain's Guard. And you've got like 102 kills with his Mordor Oryx here. His like Goblin Warband getting 11 kills between the 4 of them. And then you've got 57 kills with the Goblin Spear Warriors, and then you've got like 72 kills with the Snarger. Javies is good. 213 with the Mountain Trolls here. Mythic with his Trolls getting 187. 112 with his Mordor Uruks. 213 with his Underground Wardens. Very good. His High Chieftain Guards getting 133. His Goblin Blades getting 122, and his General, his Goblin King getting 139. Then you have Heads playing as the Goblins as well, and his Trolls only getting 120. I mean, I feel like they all did okay. 187, 200 kills especially. You've got to remember it's a 10-man unit. They all did very well, but yeah, 120 kills with his Mountain Trolls, 152 kills with his Mordor Uruks, 100 kills with his High Chieftain Guard, and then his Goblin Blades not getting too many kills, getting 60. Then we have Satchex playing as Erebor. 144 kills with the Mandarin Claimants here. 416 kills with his Dwarven Warriors. 503 kills with some other ones. Oh my gosh, some insane kills there. His Warriors of the Red Mountains getting 134 kills. 222 kills with his Erebor Axe Warriors. 271 with that one. 213 with his Archers there. 207 with his Halberdiers. Oh my gosh, his Erebor Crossbows 108. 358 kills with his Escort Mercenaries. 302 with the other. Then we have Adams here playing as the second Erebor army. His Barrack Guard General getting 142 kills. His Dwarven Warriors getting 243. His Warriors of the Red Mountain getting 228 kills. His Erebor Axe Warriors getting 259 kills. Erebor Halberdiers getting 291. Tomb Wardens 183. Erebor Crossbows 165, 240. And then Corrupted Master 358 kills with his Erebor Axe Warriors. 273 with his Dwarven Warriors. 281 with his Axe Warrior there as well. Got some really good kills. Mansion Claim is getting 181, and his Crossbow is getting 144 kills. But there you go, guys. That is the battle for Moria. It is over, and the Dwarves have held on, but it will be not long until the Goblins return from the north, I am sure, and we will be back to see them once again. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Feel free to like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.